We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
And he's Grogu, always ready, right Grogu? Always ready.
He
and
nods.
we're and we're on the road with Mickey. This is episode 159 for February 20th, 2023, and our feature topic this week is the best breakfast entree at any restaurant.
Yes.
Boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, boom, boom.
It's
And
going
Any
to be a
restaurant at
very
Disney.
hard choice, that's for
it is a
certain.
very hard choice. But before we get started, Sophie wants to do something for her cousin.
That's right. Stephanie, I know you're watching this, and I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha
Cha cha
cha.
Yay!
cha!
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Stephanie.
Stephanie!
Yay!
Her
Goodness.
birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
fantastic. My sister Pam's birthday was 2 days ago.
well, happy
The
Really?
birthday,
Why didn't
18th.
you
Pam!
say anything?
Yay! Happy
Birthdays
birthday, Pam.
are
Birthdays all
awesome.
around.
Yes,
Special people
birthdays
in our
are.
lives. We love you guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Well, now that we've done our happy birthday singing, the show's over. Thanks everybody for coming.
Now, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Oh, wait. Are we going to talk?
What's a party without food, especially breakfast food?
Oh, okay. But first, let's do some cheddar from the big cheese. And this time, there's no cheese whiz.
No
Yeah.
cheese whiz this time. It's all straight cheese, huh?
It's all cheese. So, Brenda, you start us off.
Well, we're starting off with Raglan Road because, hello. So the St. Patrick's Day Festival is going to be March 16th through 19th this year. So you can celebrate before, during, and after St. Patty's Day.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think
Not a pate.
that's a really good excuse to have 3 Gers bread and butter puddings.
I am
Oh,
right with
yes.
you.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yep.
yes, yes. One for
So,
each of us.
one
Yes.
before, one during, and one after.
That's right.
I
I
don't
love
see
lips on the
anything wrong with
before
that.
one.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
Sounds
that.
great.
Well, you know what? There was something a tiny bit wrong, but not anymore, from what I understand. For a while now, the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios had really long wait times, such as 80 or 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half, people, which admittedly is not surprising to me because that's what I'm used to waiting. But it turns out they were working in secret on one of the elevator shafts. And that is now completed. So here's to hoping that the wait times are going to be much better than they were before.
Yeah, and certainly hope so. But to offset that a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it doesn't impact too much. But Rock and Roller Coaster is closing starting today for refurbishment. So I hope that doesn't impact those Tower of Terror wait times.
Who
Think
But
it will,
knows?
though.
since they're so close to one another, it may very well do so. So keep
Mm-hmm.
that in mind and just pay attention to the app. Look at the wait times on the app. And, usually my experience is those times are a little bit inflated, just a little bit. So if you see 60 minutes, maybe it's not going to be full 60 minutes. But the other thing you can do is use, kind of use like your mind and get in line and then see how long it actually takes so you can
Mm-hmm.
get an idea if that's an accurate time or not.
Or use your
So
Genie Plus, one of your choices for Genie Plus, and skip that thing altogether.
there you go. There you
Perhaps.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our
cheddar,
Cheddar
from
the big cheese.
What a
Thank you,
lovely appetizer. Now let's get on to breakfast.
Sophie.
I'm hungry, people. Can you tell?
So, our feature topic is the best breakfast entree at any restaurant. And I said any restaurant, but I'm not talking about, the breakfast you get at Applebee's. Okay. Just saying, just as an example, I'm talking about a Disney restaurant. And I actually have a topic idea for later about restaurants. So, anyway, um,
Write it down
that's,
while one of us is going.
yeah, I will. But anyway, I figure, um, I had thought I had said that it could be a breakfast entree, or if it was a buffet, the restaurant that's the buffet. But Brenda said, no, 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 no. Brenda told me I am only allowed to choose one item, even if it's on a buffet.
You told us one entree.
so,
Oh.
so I am going to live with that because Brenda told me that's the way it is. And that's, she's a member of our show. And if she makes an executive decision, then that executive decision stands.
And you know what? It probably will work out for the better, because otherwise I can guarantee that all three of us would have had Cape May Cafe and
We
this
would have all picked a
episode would have
buffet.
been very short.
So anyway, I am going to take us to a restaurant that Sophie and Cindy and I have only eaten at one time for breakfast.
Hmm.
Any thoughts on where that might be, Sophie?
There
Is
are a
it
lot of
someplace still
places that
open?
we've only eaten
It
one
is still
time.
open. And for breakfast, it's Character.
I'm thinking, well, you also told me before we started recording that your background had something to do with it or something?
Not in this case. Not this time.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with my gut and I'm gonna say Ohana.
You're right,
Very
Ohana.
good.
The
You cannot stump
Lilo
Soph.
and
I don't care what time of day it is.
yeah, you're right.
Aw.
Lilo and Stitch breakfast at Ohana. We need to get back there.
We do.
Um,
Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's one of your absolute favorites. And I'm going to tell you how much I enjoyed this breakfast
Mm-hmm.
because you had the usuals. You got your Mickey waffles, okay, which you can never go wrong with a Mickey waffle, but that's not my entree. You also have a really good scrambled egg. And I'm not an egg person, but I'm going to tell you right now, I had eggs and I actually enjoyed it.
Look at how young he is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, his hair is
Everyone's
still
ignoring-
completely black.
Everyone's ignoring the egg on my fork and is instead looking at how youthful I was in my younger days. But I actually ate that piece of egg, and it wasn't bad. So
Very good.
I'm
you go.
glad you brought up the proof, Daddy, because otherwise I would have been like, okay, either this is not my daddy or he is making something up.
And then but the biggest thing I liked isn't really an entree, it's a side, but I'm going to combine the two together. Cuz it's my show. I'm Mickey.
You're Mike.
And I am going to go with those incredibly delicious sausage links that you get at the Cape May Cafe or at Ohana for that breakfast. Sophie got me on Cape May Cafe.
Good
I'm
protein
sorry.
choice.
So
They're
so
big fat things.
they are huge and they're like Hawaiian or something. They're sweet. They're really good. Oh,
They
they're
are
really
good.
good. So my entree is Mickey waffles with the sausage links and loaded up with syrup because that's the way you got to have a good waffle. And the syrup is good on the sausage too. So that is my entree. Okay, I'm done.
Good choice.
Very nice.
I bet there's a few people out there listening who Mickey Waffles is a good choice for them too.
Oh, absolutely.
so.
You can never go wrong with a Mickey waffle.
Yeah. And now they're getting creative, and you can get not just Mickey waffles, but you can get mini waffles too that have a little bow
Oh,
and her flower.
Cute.
So
Cute.
those two.
oh, that is so cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it my turn now?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
All right. Well, uh, I had originally thought that because we were talking entrees for some reason, we were talking food. No, that's not what I meant. Because we were talking food for some reason, I had originally thought that these two, which for me they're over on my right side, so I'm pointing up at Brenda, down at my dad. I had thought that these two would pick dining reservation entrees. And I was right about my dad, so we're flipping the board a little, and I'm actually going to talk about quick service because I am not a morning person. Even at Disney, I like to go at my own pace, and usually that means I don't want to be somewhere at like 8 in the morning to eat breakfast unless it's nearby, which usually will take me to whatever the quick service restaurant is at the resort that we're staying at. But there is one exception to that. Still quick service, but I've never stayed at this resort, and I'm talking about the Riviera. They have the quick service restaurant there. It is called Primo Piatto. And there you can find this amazing entree called blueberry lemon pancakes. They are a stack of 3 fluffy pancakes, really, really fluffy. They have blueberries in them and lemon zest. And with the syrup, they are just so yummy. They are a step up from the normal breakfast that you would have at home. And now, by talking about them, I want to have IHOP for dinner.
Sounds like a good choice.
No, not on the day that we're recording this, probably, though. But while I was also double checking to make sure that I had my memories straight, I came across this one thing, and I thought Aunt Brenda was going to be over the moon at the idea of it, just like I was. But
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to let her double react to it. She reacted to it once already. We'll let her tell you what she thinks of it. While I was looking at the blueberry lemon pancakes, I came across this entree on the Primo Piatto menu called cinnamon crumble French toast bread pudding. It is bread pudding, and it is French toast bread pudding, so naturally I thought that Aunt Brenda was going to enjoy it. Guess what she said?
No cinnamon.
No cinnamon, no dice. Thanks,
What an
but no
absolute
thanks.
atrocity.
I'm
And-
sorry.
It's okay, more for me, I guess, but
Exactly.
you surprised me.
Well,
I'm
that's
just-
because I have my own favorites.
Yeah. I'm just
That's
having a hard time wrapping my head around French toast that's bread pudding.
Oh, I think it's quite easy to
Don't
understand.
worry about wrapping your head around it, Mike. Wrap your mouth around it.
Well, there's that. Maybe that's what I should instead do.
It would be too
Try
late.
to be surprised.
That would already be in my mouth. How could he wrap his mouth around it if it's in mine?
I will tell you, though, Sophie, you remember things that I forget, and I forgot those pancakes are absolutely delicious.
Yep. He had a bite of mine. I remember it very clearly because I love the Riviera so much and I want to stay there one day, even
Yeah.
if it is very expensive.
Very beautiful.
Very
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And one of the most popular breakfasts is right there too in that same resort, and that's Topolino's Terrace. But we didn't shoot. None of us chose an entree from that menu.
Because we've
Um,
never eaten there for breakfast.
Yeah, we haven't eaten their breakfast.
I've eaten there for breakfast several times, but it's a very expensive breakfast. And because my situation makes my choices limited, I just cannot pay that to have breakfast.
I understand.
I have a question though, real quick.
Yeah.
If we were going to go eat there, Sophie and I, what would you say is the thing we should get?
Something I can't have. I mean, they have a lot of, like, they have croissants, they have French toast, they have waffles. I mean, they have all kind of things.
Okay.
But I can't, I don't know if they're good. I mean, you'd have to
Mm,
actually check with somebody who can eat it.
Okay.
I see.
They make me special food, but they also have eggs and stuff. I can eat that, and I like eggs.
It's a very
Kind of.
funny story. My dad hates eggs. I love them.
She didn't
You
used
can
to.
share a breakfast and each get full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
used to because I was in his, I
Shadow.
followed in his footsteps.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you discovered that you like
Have
things
your
on
own
your
snacks.
own, whether he likes it or not.
Exactly. Win right there.
I'm still not trying collards for the sake of my mother.
Yeah,
I
mommy
never
does not
try
like collard
collards.
greens or turnip greens or mustard greens or any sort of greens. What about you, Brenda?
I like them if they're smothered in bacon and bacon grease, which is not really the way you should eat greens, but if it's tasty enough with onion and bacon in there, I can pretty much eat just about anything.
Interesting. Well, that doesn't sound like breakfast, so.
No, definitely not.
Not a breakfast item.
No.
All right, let's get back to the first and most
Sophie.
important meal of the day.
Yes, go ahead and put in your
Breakfast.
entree, please, in the show notes for me.
My entree, once again, in case anyone was curious, lemon blueberry waffles from the
Pancakes.
Riviera.
Yeah,
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Sorry, you got me thinking about Mickey and Minnie waffles.
All right. So
Well, I'm going to go off on the side with you thinking about something else, because when you were researching that and you came across a bread pudding, and you and I are bread pudding people, and your dad, we're all bread pudding people, but I'm like a freak for bread pudding. And you can get a bread pudding. It's not the cinnamon bread pudding that Sophie found, but it is the French toast bread pudding with pecan praline sauce. And it is fabulous. And you can find it at the Boma.
At Boma.
It is so, so good, y'all. And if I'm trying to keep my blood glucose down, that means I'm going to have to eat some collard greens before I go over there. But it's worth it. If I had to eat greens before I could have it, I would eat it, because that French toast bread pudding with pecan, it's just like so decadent. It's decadent. It is so good. You have to try it.
Wow.
Ooh.
Have
So
to try it.
Boma's a buffet, right?
And I didn't go for the, I went for one.
I've
See?
never been to Boma for breakfast, only for dinner.
I've not.
Well.
I don't
You
remember
haven't
Boma
been-
at all.
You haven't been there, Sophie.
Oh, wow.
When we went in 2011 with your Aunt Nancy and Uncle Otis and Grandma Sherry and Anna Jane, Grandma, Stephanie came with us, and she watched Sophie and Anna Jane while
Oh,
Sherry
sweet.
and Nancy and Otis and Mommy and I went out for dinner. And we went and had a reservation at Boma. And I got another good egg story here, people. The hits are just rolling off here. I was
Disney
getting,
is putting something in their chickens.
I was getting a side where it's a buffet, so I was getting a side of what looked like cornbread. Brenda remembers. And I'm eating it, and I'm like, this isn't bad, but it's not tasting like I thought it would taste, like cornbread should taste. And then I looked and I realized I'm eating eggs. And I had eaten about 3 or 4 bites of it. I don't know. I don't remember if I finished it. I probably said, I've had enough and I'm good.
In your defense, though, if you eat at Boma, or even if you eat at Tusker House for lunch or dinner, there are different things on the menu you don't get at home. So, a lot of times people are trying things they've never had,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So
And the reason I thought it was cornbread is because it had a yellow and like a baked cornbread type top. It looked like it was baked cornbread. It really did. So,
Hmm.
but
I'm
anyway,
glad you
but
liked
you
it.
know what though? I do eat eggs. Just FYI. I like fried rice and I have no problem with the eggs and fried rice. And there's a restaurant here called Snoopy's, which absolutely Brenda has the absolute best hot dogs in the world. And by
Ah,
the way, and I'm going totally off topic, but I'm going to come back real quick. But they have a chicken salad sandwich, Brenda, that has hard boiled eggs mixed into it, and it's
yeah.
really good. And I'll have no problem with that.
Sounds
But
good.
off topic, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, was voted the number one place for people that love to eat their hot dogs
Well,
in
that's
North Carolina.
awesome.
So we're number one for hot dog eating.
That is super cool.
Anyway, back on topic. Now I want to go to
Got
what's
to go to
the
Roma.
I want to go to
Little
Magic
Kingdom Lodge.
Kingdom to get a hot dog. What's the
Oh, there
place?
you go.
Casey's
Casey's.
Corner.
Casey's Corner. Thank you. Anyway,
Yay.
we're not talking
Well,
lunch though. We're
these
talking
are all
breakfast.
great choices, though, I think.
Yeah,
And
they are.
I'm wondering what the listeners' favorite entree is. So let us know.
Yeah, I wonder too. Um, there's so many. I was originally debating between Ohana and Cape May because I loved that buffet at Cape May. I mean, I loved the Danishes they had out.
Yeah.
They
Oh
were
yeah, the
so good. And there's like
waffles,
load
the
up a plate
eggs.
with like 6 Danishes and call it good. The bacon, you grab you take the tongs and you end up with a pound on your plate somehow. I
Exactly,
don't know
because they all
how.
stick together.
I don't know how, but
Oh, the bacon, the eggs, the waffles, the Belgian waffles is
and
what they
we ate
are.
it. We ate at Cape May for Sophie's birthday.
We did.
Yeah.
And
And Sheila
that
and
breakfast
yeah,
and Sheila and Randy, they found the omelet bar
Mm-hmm.
and they had fresh omelets made right there for them right
yep,
then.
Pretty
right
sure I
then
could
and
have
there.
gotten crepes if I wanted to, but
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of cream cheese, so I don't know if I could have gotten it with or without.
crepes
Crepes
are
are how I eat my eggs because I don't like a clump of scrambled eggs. I don't
Oh,
like the consistency of that.
oh,
So
I
what I
love
do is
scrambled eggs.
when I scramble eggs at home, I get my biggest frying pan, not the one that fits the egg, the biggest one. So when I pour the egg in, it spreads out very, very thin like a crepe. And then I fold it like a crepe and the texture is so much better than this glob of scrambled egg.
okay.
Just a thought, I don't put anything in it. I just eat it like that with salt and pepper, but
To
they're
Mhm.
good.
each their own. I personally love scrambled eggs with some cheese in there,
If
lots
I'm
of
e-
salt, not so much pepper.
if I'm
Yep.
eating scrambled eggs, it's if I'm eating eggs, generally it's only scrambled eggs. Although I will tell you, my sister for a holiday once, we were up visiting with my parents and her family,
Mm-hmm.
and she made this sausage casserole that had eggs and it had sausage and bacon and I think potatoes and it was all in a casserole dish and it was absolutely fantastic.
It's a
And
Christmas casserole.
I ate like 2 servings of it and I'm eating eggs and having no problem with those eggs because they had a whole bunch of flavor from bacon and from sausage and the potatoes and on and on and on. So it was so good.
Yeah.
So there you go, Robin. Good job.
Thank you, Robin. Send me some, please. Oh, Texas
But
isn't that far away.
anyway, yeah, we want to hear from you guys. We gave you our entrees. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to know what your entrees are.
Yeah.
So are you like me in team no egg?
Or are you
Or,
like me in Team Scrambled Egg? Or are you like Aunt Brenda in Team Crepe Egg?
or are you like Brenda in team bread pudding, regardless of whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert?
Who cares? As long as it's on my plate and in front of me, I do not care.
So we want to hear from you. So let us know. Reach out to us. Post in the group. Leave us a comment. Leave us a comment on the YouTube. Send us an email, info@ontheroadwithmickey.com. However you want to get in touch with us, get in touch with us.
Yeah.
And let us know what your favorite breakfast entree is. All right. Well, that is our feature topic. And now it is time for
This day in Disney history.
Sophie for February 20th.
Yes. Well, back in the ancient year of 1986.
The year I graduated from high school.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so definitely ancient, pre-pyramid ancient. I love you, Daddy. You look younger every day.
Thank you, honey.
Back in the year of 1986, February 20th, WED Enterprises, named for a very certain man that we all know and love, first created in December of 1952 to oversee the design of Disneyland, is renamed Walt Disney Imagineering. The term Imagineering is a portmanteau word that combines imagination and engineering. The term was coined by Richard F. Saylor in an article titled Brainstorming is Imagination and Engineering, which was written for the National Carbon Company Management magazine in 1957. The term was officially adopted by Disney on this day.
Nice.
Cool. Good
Very
history.
good.
That's neat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is it? Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Oh,
The
y'all are
other day,
hilarious.
I'm talking to Sophie. She's in the car. Her headphones are on. She doesn't answer. I'm like, Sophie, what are you listening to? Disney. Oh, what song's
Aw.
playing? And
What
what song?
can I say except you're welcome?
Cute. Good one.
So it is time to stump the Soph.
Bum bum bum.
Exactly. Good
We-
luck.
We did it once this year, and I think I hit my
Once.
quota. So let's find
You
out.
did it
I think
once
you did too.
with a character that should have had more than 2 minutes of screen time.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but I didn't write the movie. Don't shoot the messenger. This character has a
Oh,
pompous personality.
I am so sorry. I accidentally hit the volume button on my headphones and it turned my volume down, so I didn't hear it.
Okay, I'll start over.
I swear I'm not cheating.
I know you're not. This character, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Here are my hands.
This character has a pompous personality.
Cusco.
No,
Mm.
I don't know that I'll ever have Cusco as my character.
You should. He was in that book.
Okay, but I mean, I'm not. The movie is. I'm not. I don't know a whole lot. Anyway,
I don't know what that
pompous personality,
movie.
but and that makes him seem as if he knows what he's talking about. But in reality, this character is usually full of nonsense.
Okay.
His friends have great respect for this character's so-called wisdom.
It's giving Mike Wazowski vibes.
It's not Mike Wazowski.
Pompous believes himself to be wise, but he's not.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of people fooled.
This character tells long-winded stories about his relatives and their accomplishments. So much so that he gets so involved in his story, he doesn't even pay attention to what's happening around him.
Uncle Rusty from Lady and the Tramp?
Oh my gosh.
You've got me stumped.
Really? Wow. Think of a ride. I'm going to give you one last clue. See if you can pull it out. A ride, singing, wind.
It's not from Splash Mountain. It's not from Song of the South. Nope.
Oh, we stumped the Soph. It's okay, honey.
You stumped me too. What is it?
The character is Owl.
Oh,
from
my
Winnie the
goodness.
He's not, but I've always thought he was incredibly wise.
Me too. I thought owls are generally.
Pooh. Yeah. It says here, Owl is a logical sort of owl whose pompous personality makes him seem as if he knows what he is talking about, but in reality, he is usually full of nonsense. Pooh and the others have great respect for Owl's so-called wisdom, as does Owl himself. Owl frequently tells long-winded stories, often about his many relatives and their accomplishments. He can become so wrapped up in his storytelling that he is oblivious to what's happening around him.
Oh
He
my
can
gosh, you're right.
He can also be a touch impatient at times, but he regards the other inhabitants of the 100-acre wood fondly and is always ready to help out his friends.
I think that part where it says he's full of nonsense is lies and slander and character defamation.
Well, then you shouldn't have bought the book for me.
I smell a lawsuit.
On behalf of the wise owl, which admittedly the rest of the book was fairly accurate. He did
keep
notice
telling his
his
story
tree
when
house.
his tree had fallen over from the storm, and he kept telling the story. No idea that he's now in the midst of rubble.
Yep. You're right.
Sorry, honey. Okay, so I see the trend. It's one per month so far. But I'll bet you.
Don't go saying something like that.
12
Jump
times
to conclusions.
a year.
We've
How
only had
dare
2
you?
months.
I don't think she's going to get to 12. I think she's going to go like 3, 4, 5 months where she doesn't miss a one.
Okay,
So.
Exactly.
good. Because 12 is 2 over 10, and I refuse to be in the double digits. No,
there you
no,
go.
no, no, no.
There you go. Good.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh.
If I was a betting man, I'd say that's not going to be the case.
What, you're saying I am going to get over 10, Aunt Brenda?
Oh, no way. No way.
Okay. I was like, whose side are you on?
Not at all. I'm always on your side.
Oh, I
You're
love you too.
amazing. I don't care what character it was today. You're amazing.
I love you too, Aunt Brenda.
You are amazing, Sophie.
Now then, we are going to ignore my little faux pas there. Aunt Brenda, I need a little bit of Walt to cheer me up.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yes.
I dream, I test my dreams against my beliefs, I dare to take risks, and I execute my vision to make those dreams come true. And thank God he did, because we all benefit from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Walt Disney the man.
Have y'all seen that new AI where they made Walt talk? Where Mickey introduces him and Walt starts talking the way they did it with the artificial intelligence on the internet?
Was that the Super Bowl commercial or something else?
No, this is a different thing. It's like Mickey, they have Mickey like introduce him and Walt gets like made from the bottom up, and it's really
I haven't
Walt,
seen it.
and they make him talk like he really is him. It's interesting.
I haven't seen
You need
it.
to check it out.
What you just thought
I'll
it was
send it to
interesting?
you.
Okay, send it to us.
I'll send it to you,
Okay,
and then you can post it in case anybody who's listening wants to
sure.
see it.
All right. Well, people, that wraps us up for this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
And
thank
next
you.
week, we are going to continue our series. We're looking at lunch,
As
and,
we should.
the best lunch entree at any restaurant, including
Disney.
Chili's.
No.
Chili's
not-
is not a Disney restaurant.
Not Chili's, not including Chili's. Okay. So, but
Yes.
that is next week. So until then, we hope you all have a great week. On Mike, she's Sophie. That's Grogu. That's Brenda. He's Grogu. And we're all on the road with Mickey. And Mike doesn't know what he's doing. And we will.
See you
you
on the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
So when are we going to IHOP, Daddy?